Today's update, we're breaking down the significance of the ransom note evidence, what a forensic psychologist can potentially learn from written communication, and why investigators may be extremely careful before drawing conclusions. When a kidnapping investigation involves a ransom demand, the written or digital communication allegedly sent by a suspect can become a crucial piece of evidence. Investigators don't simply look at the words themselves. They can examine the structure, language, spelling, punctuation, vocabulary, unusual phrases, threats, demands, and even the overall style of communication. This is where forensic psychology can potentially play an important role. A forensic psychologist may examine communication for behavioral clues, but that does not mean a person's identity can automatically be determined from a ransom note. The bold claim surrounding the Nancy Guthrie case focuses attention on that distinction. Could the language used in a ransom note reveal something about the person who wrote it? Potentially, yes. But experts must be extremely cautious. A person attempting to hide their identity could deliberately change their writing style, use unusual wording, avoid normal punctuation, or even attempt to imitate someone else. That makes ransom note analysis complicated. And there is another major problem. A ransom note may not necessarily represent the writer's normal personality or everyday communication style. Someone under extreme pressure may write differently. Someone attempting to intimidate investigators may intentionally use aggressive language. And someone trying to conceal their identity may deliberately create a completely different writing style. That means investigators have to separate genuine behavioral clues from deliberate deception. Why the claim matters. The reason this latest discussion is attracting attention is because ransom notes can potentially provide investigators with more than just a demand for money. They can potentially offer clues about planning, emotional state, familiarity with the victim, knowledge of the investigation, and the writer's attempt to control the situation. However, these are possibilities, not proof. A forensic psychologist's interpretation would normally be only one part of a much larger investigation. Investigators would need to compare any linguistic observations with physical evidence, digital evidence, surveillance footage, witness statements, forensic testing, phone records, financial activity, and other information gathered during the investigation. That is especially important in a high-profile case like Nancy Guthrie's. Public speculation can move extremely quickly, but investigators have to work with evidence that can withstand scrutiny. The big question, so what should viewers take away from the ransom note discussion? The biggest point is that the wording of a message may be important, but it should not be treated as a fingerprint. A particular phrase does not automatically identify a suspect. A strange spelling mistake does not automatically prove who wrote a note, and a psychological interpretation does not replace physical or digital evidence. Instead, investigators may use these observations to build a broader picture. The real significance could come from whether the language in the communication matches information that investigators already know, or whether it contradicts what the suspected writer should reasonably know. That is where behavioral analysis can become potentially useful. Closing, as the Nancy Guthrie investigation continues, every piece of evidence may matter. The ransom note discussion is particularly interesting because it raises a fundamental question. Can someone's words reveal something about their behavior, intentions, or state of mind, even when they are trying desperately to hide their identity? For now, any forensic psychology interpretation should be viewed as an investigative possibility, not a confirmed conclusion. As more verified information becomes available, the public may get a clearer picture of what investigators believe happened and what evidence could ultimately help answer the biggest questions surrounding Nancy Guthrie. What do you think about the forensic psychologist's claim about ransom notes? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this update informative, follow the channel, like this video, subscribe for more updates, and comment below with your opinion.